So YouTube, we've got some massive updates for The Batman. We officially know that this movie is called The Batman. Now that might seem obvious, but the official title on the official card for the movie is entitled The Batman. Now, no one knew what this movie was going to be called. So during the production, during the shooting, this movie is called The Batman. Now that is quite telling. So what is good, YouTube? Warstu here. So Batman recently started shooting this week. Now a lot of people, including myself, were under the impression it started shooting a few weeks ago, but that was just getting things ready for when everyone starts shooting. And it kind of it makes sense seeing as people like Colin Farrell and Zoe Kravitz also said that they start shooting very soon, so it makes sense. So most of the main cast up until the point of Matt Reeves posting this image were just there getting their costumes ready and getting their final look before it goes into full production. So on January the 27th, it started production. And what is interesting is the logo, or at least the writing of the way it says the Batman, kind of reminds you of Batman Beyond. Now, I'm not going to say that Robert Pattinson is playing a Batman Beyond variation of the Batman, because I just think that sounds ridiculous, but it's worth noting. It's also worth noting that this is being filmed in 24 FPS. Now, I don't know a lot about that in terms of shooting when it comes to shooting movies, but 24 FPS is pretty darn low, isn't it? So what is good, YouTube? Warstu here. If you are new to the channel, make sure to subscribe to never miss any of the videos. At the 100,000 subscriber mark, we'll be giving away a PS4 Pro, an Xbox One X, or a Switch with any game. All you gotta do is subscribe to the channel with notifications on. So Warner Bros. Officially put out a press publication for this movie, and it does clear up some of the roles in this movie, because a lot of people were confused with some of the characters and some of the actors who are playing certain roles. It clears up everyone's role. So January 28th, 2020, 9 AM Eastern time. Now this is the same day that Matt Reeves posted an image saying it's starting to shoot. So Burbank Business Wire principal photography has begun on the Warner Bros. Pictures The Bat. So maybe it's not called The Batman 2021, it's just called The Batman. Director Matt Reeves, the Planet of the Apes films, is at the helms with Robert Pattinson, up-and-coming Tenant, Lighthouse, Good Time, starring as Gotham City's vigilante detective Batman and the billion-dollar Bruce Wayne. Now, I know this is going to sound weird, but I've heard reports that he wasn't even playing Bruce Wayne, but he was playing Batman. Yeah, it sounds crazy, but this is a press publication from Warner Bros. Himself, so this clears up exactly what is going on. So, starring alongside Pattinson as Gotham's famous and infamous cast of characters are Zoe Kravitz, Fantastic Beasts, The Crimes of Grentwell, Max Fury, Road as Selena Kyle, Paul Dano, Love and Mercy, 12 Years a Slave. Yeah, it's just stating what other movies they've done. As Edward Nashton, Jeffrey Wright, The Hunger Game films as GCBD James Gordon, John Turturro, the Transformers film as Falcone, one of Gotham's most vicious villains. Peter Skarsgård from the Magnificent Seven, Black Mass as Gotham's DA Gil Coulson. Now, these are characters that no one knew who they were playing, so this is new information. So, Jamie Lawson, who was in Farewell Amon, as Muriel candidate Bella Real, with Andy Serkis, who is currently the director of Venom 2, that is also currently shooting in London. He's most famously known for the Planet Apes films, Black Panther, and he is playing Alfred. Colin Farrell from Fantastic Beasts, and also he is most recently in Where to Find Them, Dumbo as Oswald Cobblepot. So that's the main cast that is on this press release from Warner Bros. So then it goes and says Reeves and Dylan Clark, the Planet Apes films, are producing the film, which obviously everyone knows that his name isn't on the kind of, I guess you say, snappy board, but Greg Fraser's name is on the snappy board. So we know they're currently shooting it. They've been shooting it 1 week in. The first image we got was scene 17, roll 11, take 1, which is interesting because this is something they do for all the Batman movies. It's pretty iconic to reveal an image like this. So the press release doesn't really say much more. It just goes on to say everything else, but it does get pretty long. So also in the news. So apart from the Batmobile, the Batsuit, the first look at Bruce Wayne, the other most important thing about this movie is the Bat logo. I don't really think it's that important, to be honest, because it gets revealed when it gets revealed. But a lot of people seem to think the Bat logo was also revealed in the same image that Matt Reeves posted on the 28th of January because it's in red writing. As we said at the start of this video, some people seem to think it's going to be a variation of the Batman Beyond, but at the moment, the Long Halloween Night is the most realistic variation of what we should expect based on what everything said. So I'm just reading this article at the moment that's trying to insinuate that the red text is going to be the Bat logo, and the new focus on this is the vision of Batman as a young detective in the early days, which is a big shift from Ben Affleck's variation of Batman. But as we know, this is going to be a much younger variation on the Batman character itself, because I think a lot of people are going to get confused because Ezra Miller's still the Flash. He was in the Flash crossover. Wonder Woman's still the same character. Aquaman is. A lot of people, general people, I'm not talking about people that watch YouTube videos, I'm talking about the general audience, will get confused when it comes to why is Ben Affleck out and why is Robert Pattinson currently the most recent variation of Batman, which doesn't really make much sense. So a lot of websites reported this like the Batman logo has been revealed. I really don't understand why people get so hyped about a Batman logo being revealed, and also they get really hyped about the bat symbol being revealed. So when this was posted, Zoe Kravitz responded with "Let's go," which is pretty interesting. So realistically, is this going to be the Batmobile? No, because it's a logo. I don't actually think it is the Bat logo at all. So we know that unofficially they are going to Gotham City, which is going to Hell in Glasgow, which is in Scotland. And we know this movie is scheduled for June the 25th, 2021, although release dates can always move. Now, we have heard also on the grapevine that Alex Ferns could be playing Commissioner Pete Savage, maybe. And also, we don't know who is playing Two-Face yet. It's unknown, and it wasn't revealed on the Warner Bros. Official publication for this. We know that Con O'Neill is said to be cast as Chief Mackenzie Bok, but that wasn't on the publication either, so we can't confirm or verify that bit of information either. So this is relevant, but it's not relevant. So apparently there's going to be a big Batman Arkham 2020 video game. You know, the new Batman game that could be called Batman Arkham Legacy. There's a lot of news in gaming forums and gaming speak about this video game finally getting revealed this week. Now, it is interesting that on the 27th, we got an Earth 2 Batman suit for free on Batman Arkham Knight, which came out 5 years ago on PS4 and PC. Bit weird how it didn't go over to the Xbox. Not really sure why. But I will keep you up to date with all the latest and greatest information, news regarding the Batman movie, the Batsuit, the Batmobile, the plot, any leaks. We're literally going to cover this straight through to the well, we're not going to go to premiere, but obviously we're going to follow it straight through to release next summer. As you know, the Birds of Prey movie is coming out today, and by the time I post this video, the social media embargo will have lifted, and then obviously this movie comes out on the 7th of February. Then in the summer, we have Wonder Woman 1984, which should be pretty cool, maybe. Then the following year, we've got the Batman, and we've got Black Adam at Christmas time, which is going to be freaking awesome. So DC is looking cool for the future, just as good as Marvel, if not better, because the Batman 2021 is going to be the movie of the century. It really is. The cast is something very special. And no, that isn't a dig at Marvel. It's just Marvel don't have Batman, do they? So like always, guys, please like, subscribe, and comment, and I will catch you in another video. But first, let me know down below, what do you want me to bring to this channel, and what do you think the Batsuit is going to be? I'm hearing some very different stories from some insiders who generally get a lot of things wrong and right, so it's going to be interesting to see if any of them are right. This rumor about the muscle car was kind of confirmed by Ash Thorpe, who is rumoredly designing the car, although he could be trolling us, although he might not be. I'm not very sure. So like always, guys, please like, subscribe, and comment. I'll catch you in another video very soon. Catch you later.